Mr. President, you have been given the authority to prosecute. Why haven't you? When you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear. If I see a reoccurring post on social media, almost without fail, it is a post from the people reminding the president of his promises told to them on the campaign trail concerning the rule of law that he promised to bring back in. After all, he had been given delegated authority from we the people to prosecute, yet he is not. Remember, Donald Trump said on December 29, 2017, that I can do whatever I want with the Justice Department. The question that I have for the president is, why haven't you prosecuted the enemies within who mean to destroy you in this country? I, of course, am playing to those that still have not opened their eyes to the never-ending game of circus of politics that they're caught up into. Scripture tells us, a king that sitteth in the throne of judgment scattereth away evil with his eyes. Though we don't have title of nobility in this country, we do have a president that is to enforce the law that the king, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, did give. Therefore, we see that judgment scatters evil away, as does it guard our liberties. Yet, judgment has not been brought forth to establish peace and righteousness within our country by this administration. What of that swamp that remains to be judged according to the law, Mr. President?
I don't want to hurt them. They're good people. I don't want to hurt them.
Americans need to awake to the fact that this is all controlled opposition, friends. The left warring against the right is nothing more than pro wrestling. Furthermore, this president acts.
Where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
And I said acts, this is what actors do, more like an impotent victim than the commander-in-chief. America, Donald Trump is the president, not the victim. He is nothing more than a created underdog, CIA-controlled media attacking him, who is being beat up by those that he fails to prosecute. Why? It is simply to drive more support for his administration. The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves, said Vladimir Lenin. Furthermore, this is merely the circus of politics from start to finish, designed to divert one's attention away from the agenda that they are pushing forward. And all of this, of course, is behind the contrived and fabricated smoke and mirrors. Look at the headlines just today, highlighting the crimes of corruption in government. Obama administration officials, FBI, and CNN coordinated to set up Donald Trump? Really? Well, Mr. President, when is the DOJ that you have control over to do what you will going to bring forth judgment against those that allegedly want to overthrow your administration? This is illegal, Mr. President. This is simply the conditioning of the American people by pulling away prosecution of the guilty with the helps coming from the likes of appeasers, Trey Gowdy, Jason Chaffetz, and Darrell Issa. Folks, we are not seeing justice, we are seeing injustice. These criminals are not being prosecuted, and at length they are being promoted. Pay attention. If you tell them what they want to hear, they don't bother to try to see. Another headline: entrenched Obama bureaucrats tried to cover up for Hillary, destabilize Trump. Well, on May 25th of 2018, former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton received the Radcliffe Medal, which annually honors a recipient whose life and work have had a transformative impact on society. Sound familiar? Fundamentally transform America? I thought Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were rivals. Where is that special prosecutor, Mr. Trump, that you promised to bring forth were you to win the presidency?
But if I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
Another headline: America deserves to know if Democrats, as if to suggest that there's a difference between the Democrats and the Republicans, divide and conquer, used taxpayer money to fund spy ring in Trump campaign. Folks, again, all circus of politics, no justice, no rule of law under judgment to establish peace within the gate, just empty promises. Side note, the hypocrisy and willfulness to justify the president. The professed Christians in this country may want to make sure that they are Christians before making sure that the president is one in an attempt to justify themselves. It has become so apparent that pro-life organizations are thanking Donald Trump for a victory in a proposed bill to defund the abortion industry. Yes, I said proposed. Where did government receive delegated authority from we the people to enact such legislation, forcing taxpayers to pay for the murder of the innocent in the womb in the first place? Maybe these that are duped by political theater would like to take a look at the $1.3 trillion omnibus bill that Donald Trump just signed under national security, that funds the illegal abortion industry with a $51 million deposit into abortion industries and their bank accounts, paid for, of course, by these cheerleaders who refuse to judge this administration by its fruit. Americans don't see when it comes to these corrupt politicians that they are simply protecting their own, as well as themselves, and the corporations and special interest groups for which they work. Folks, time will prove this truth, as it always does. How many administrations were called out for their crimes during their incumbencies? When questioned for their crimes, they would stand and deny it publicly and laugh it off, only to find out later that they finally admit it when they are no longer in office. Every single one of them.
Now, 3 years ago, I visited Kenya as the first sitting American president to come from Kenya.
It has been said, if you start throwing these corrupt politicians in jail, that the swamp will dry up real quick. So I ask again, where is that rule of law, Mr. President? And where is that prosecution that you promised to bring forth?